All's not well between China-Pakistan. Repeated attacks on Chinese citizens may strain ties. Over the past few years, Chinese nationals in Pakistan have been targeted repeatedly in high-profile and frequently fatal attacks. These acts have led to anxiety in China over protection of its citizens employed throughout Pakistan, overwhelmingly on infrastructure and energy projects of strategic importance to the China-Pakistan Economic Corridor (CPEC), a key part of the Belt and Road Initiative. Repeated assurances notwithstanding, security arrangements in Pakistan have been criticized for proving to be inadequate in protecting Chinese nationals and investments. In the midst of the cycle of violence, China has repeatedly complained about Pakistan's security measures. In the most recent diplomatic interactions, Chinese Foreign Minister Wang Yi explicitly informed Pakistan's Army Chief, General Asim Munir, of China's grave concerns regarding repeated attacks. This was during General Munir's ongoing visit to China, further adding diplomatic pressure to Pakistan to showcase its commitment to keeping Chinese nationals safe. In response, a red-faced Munir assured that the Pakistani military remains committed to taking all necessary steps to safeguard Chinese citizens, projects, and institutions in Pakistan. He further emphasized Pakistan's willingness to strengthen bilateral counter-terrorism cooperation with China. Prime Minister Muhammad Shahbaz Sharif chairs a meeting regarding security arrangements for Chinese citizens in Pakistan, in Islamabad on July 22, 2025. pic.twitter.com OZFZG Since Shahbaz Digital Media. Shahbaz Digital July 22, 2025. China has always demanded strict action by Pakistani authorities following every attack and applied diplomatic pressure right up to the level of government to express its annoyance and call for greater protection. The Chinese embassy in Islamabad has made repeated public statements against the violence and called for greater security. In response to the latest developments, Prime Minister Muhammad Shahbaz Sharif called a top-level security meeting on July 22, stressing, in consultation with security agencies, that Pakistan's intention was to enhance security measures for Chinese workers and their related projects. A number of attacks in recent years has brought the sensitive position of Chinese citizens in Pakistan into focus. November 5, 2024. Two Chinese employees of a textile factory in Karachi were severely injured when a Pakistani security guard fired on them. While authorities denied it was militancy-related, it raised concerns and brought new scrutiny to security measures. October 6, 2024. A suicide blast near Karachi airport killed 2 Chinese citizens and wounded at least 10 others. The suicide bomber targeted a Chinese engineers convoy. The Balochistan Liberation Army BLA, which is anti-large development projects in Balochistan, claimed responsibility. March 26, 2024. 5 Chinese engineers and their Pakistani driver were killed by a suicide bombing while traveling to the Day Sudam in Bisham Tahsil, Shangla district, Khyber Pakhtunkhwa. The Afghan involvement was alleged by the Pakistani government, and counter-terror operations following the incident resulted in the arrests of at least 12 suspects. August 13, 2023. A Chinese engineers convoy en route to the Gwadar port was attacked repeatedly by Blas Majid Brigade. 4 Chinese nationals and 11 Pakistani military personnel were killed. April 26, 2022. 3 Chinese teachers at Karachi University's Confucius Institute were killed in a suicide bombing of their vehicle. 2022. An attack on a luxury hotel in Quetta, where the Chinese ambassador was believed to be staying, resulted in 5 fatalities. The Tehrik-e-Taliban Pakistan (TTP) claimed responsibility. July 9, 2021. A terrorist bombing on a bus heading to the Day Sudam site claimed 12 lives, including 9 Chinese workers. November 23, 2018. Militants stormed the Chinese consulate in Clifton, Karachi, killing 4 people during a prolonged shootout. These attacks create an ominous trend of attacking Chinese interests and personnel, primarily by rebel organizations like the BLA and the TTP. The systematic targeting of Chinese citizens is not merely a test of diplomatic ties, but also of the faith behind the CPEC project and broader economic cooperation between China and Pakistan. Swipe left for next video. China is still a key investor in Pakistan, and the loss of Chinese lives has caused an outcry on Chinese social media, with some questioning Pakistan's stability and ability to keep foreign nationals safe. Additionally, rebels like the BLA have openly threatened China to retract its development ventures, showing the intensity of domestic opposition to international investment in restive areas. These incessant threats and high-profile attacks smudge the unbreakable friendship rhetoric that both governments often tout. Latest blogs.